Apple cider vinegar, with its sharp tang and earthy bite, is one of the most ancient, yet persistently misunderstood natural health tools. For centuries, it's been used as a tonic, praised by folk healers, farmers, and more recently, wellness enthusiasts, for its supposed ability to cleanse, detox, and invigorate. But beyond the folklore, modern research has begun to validate what tradition long suspected, that apple cider vinegar, ACV, when used with intention and care, can gently but meaningfully support fat metabolism, reduce fat storage, and enhance the overall rhythm of digestion and energy balance. The real magic lies in its active component, acetic acid. This mildly corrosive compound gives vinegar its strong smell and sour flavor, but in the body, it does something far more interesting. Acetic acid has been shown in small clinical studies to reduce insulin spikes after meals, improve insulin sensitivity, and help slow down the rate at which your stomach empties. This leads to steadier blood sugar levels and a longer-lasting feeling of fullness. Why does this matter for fat loss? Because stable blood sugar means fewer cravings, less fat storage, and a smoother hormonal environment in which your body can more easily access stored fat for energy. In simple terms, ACV helps your body use the food you eat more efficiently, rather than storing it as fat, especially when consumed just before meals. A teaspoon or two mixed in a glass of warm or room temperature water, sipped slowly about 10 to 15 minutes before eating, can act almost like a primer for your metabolism. It prepares your digestive system, blunts sharp glucose rises from starchy meals, and may enhance the body's fat-burning response in the post-meal window. But this isn't about quick fixes or aggressive hacks. Apple cider vinegar is subtle. Its power lies in consistency, not excess. More does not mean better, and it certainly doesn't mean safer. Overuse of vinegar, especially undiluted, can irritate the esophagus, erode tooth enamel, or disrupt your gut lining. That's why it's absolutely essential to dilute it. Drink it through a straw if possible, and avoid taking it on a completely empty stomach if you're prone to acid sensitivity. And never drink it straight. The burn is not worth the risk, and it doesn't improve results. Think of it like seasoning. It enhances the effect of a meal, but it is not the meal itself. And let's not ignore the feeling of it. The tartness. The wake-up call. There's something almost meditative in pausing before a meal to sip this slightly sour tonic. It can be grounding, a small ritual that reminds you to slow down, become present, and eat with intention. This act alone, slowing down before meals, has been shown to improve digestion and even reduce overall food intake because it puts you in a parasympathetic, calm state. ACV becomes more than a chemical tool, it becomes part of the mindful eating experience. There are also broader, longer-term benefits to regular, moderate ACV use. Some studies have suggested that acetic acid may reduce fat accumulation in the liver, increase genes responsible for fat oxidation, and slightly lower body weight and BMI when paired with calorie control and lifestyle changes. Again, these effects are modest, but they are meaningful, especially when you're not just chasing rapid fat loss, but building a sustainable, hormone-friendly metabolism. Still, like all natural fat-burning tools, apple cider vinegar works best when it supports, not replaces, a solid foundation. You can't drink vinegar in hopes of undoing a processed, sugar-heavy, sedentary lifestyle. It shines brightest when paired with real food, movement, hydration, and sleep. Think of it as a small lever, a metabolic nudge, not a push. To use it well, try the following. Stir 1 to 2 teaspoons, never tablespoons to start, into 8 to 10 ounces of warm or room temperature water and sip slowly before meals once or twice a day. If the taste is too strong, add a pinch of cinnamon, a splash of lemon, or even a tiny bit of raw honey to soften it. Choose organic, unfiltered apple cider vinegar with the mother, that cloudy sediment full of beneficial enzymes and bacteria that give the vinegar its full effect. Apple cider vinegar doesn't scream for attention. It doesn't pretend to be a miracle. But used patiently, respectfully, and consistently, it can add another layer of intelligence to your fat loss plan, a quiet support system working just below the surface. It reminds us that sometimes the most effective tools are the simplest. Not shiny, not fast, but steady, real, and rooted in the slow wisdom of the body.